Hello everyone, myself Avinash Rajbangshi in the Department of Food Engineering and Technology from Tezpur University. Today, I would like to give a presentation to the subject Food Quality and Safety in the topic Bureau of Indian Standards. Before I begin, I would like to thank our teacher Lakshmikant S. Bodwik sir for giving us these wonderful opportunities. Here the contents covering are Introduction of BIS, Origin of BIS, BIS Act, Rules, Regulation, BIS main activities, benefits of certified farm, role of BIS, and conclusion. Moving to the introduction part. The Bureau of Indian Standards is the national standards body of Indian working under the aegis of Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Government of India. It is established by the Bureau of Indian Standards Act 1986, which came into effect on 23rd December 1986. The ministry in charge of the ministry or department having administrative control of the BIS is the ex officio president of the BIS. The organization was formerly the Indian Standards Institution, set up under the resolution of the Department of Registered under the Societies Registration Act 1860. It has 25 members drawn from central or state governments, industry, scientific and research institutions. Its headquarters are in New Delhi with regional officers in Calcutta, Chennai, Mumbai, and 20 branch officers. Now moving to the next topic, origin of BIS. In the twilight years of British rule in India, when the country was faced with the gigantic task of building up the industrial infrastructure, it was the institution of engineers which prepared the first draft of the constitution of an institution which could take up the task of formulation of national standards. This led to the Department of Industries and Supplies issuing a memorandum on 3rd September 1946, formally announcing the setting of an organization called the Indian Standards Institution. The Indian Standards Institution came into being on the 6th January 1947, and in June 1947, Dr. Lal Barman took over as its first director. Now moving to the next, BIS Act, Rules and Regulations. BIS Act allows multiple types of simplified conformity assessment schemes, including self-declaration of conformity. The Act provides enabling provisions for making hallmarking of precious metal articles mandatory. The Act enables the central government to appoint any authority agency in addition to the BIS to verify the conformity of products and services with the established standard and certified conformity. Now, the BIS Act 2016 notified for general information and yet to be implemented. BIS Regulations 2018 under the BIS Act calls for hallmarking of gold jewelry and gold artifacts, silver jewelry, and silver artifacts. Now the BIS Act 1986. It is the one of the most significant legislations relating to prescription of standards and their enforcement. The BIS has been established under the same Act. From the customer point of view, the Act is a very important legislation for standardization and quality control. It replaced the India Standards Institute Act 1952, which had been passed when the economy of the country was in infancy. Since the development in the country has reported substantial progress in various sectors, the new thrust has to be on standardization, quality control, and evolving a national strategy. Now the BIS rules 1987. In this rule, the context requires advisory committee means an advisory committee constituted by the Bureau under subsection 1 of section 5. An applicant means a person who has applied to the Bureau for a license or registration. Now the BIS appointment terms and conditions of service of Director General Rules 1987 and BIS recognition of Consumers Association Rules 1991. In this rule, unless the context otherwise requires, Act means the Bureau of Indian Standard Act 1986. Form means a form appended to the schedule to these rules. Ministry means the Ministry of Civil Supplies, Consumer Affairs and Public Distribution, and principal officer in relating to a consumer association means any individual who is specifically authorized in writing. Now the BIS regulation 1987. The context requires, Act means the Bureau of Indian Standards Act 1986. Employee means officers and employees in the whole time service of the Bureau, but does not include a person employed on daily wage. Now powers and duties of Director General. The Director General as Chief Executive of the Bureau shall the Director General as Chief Executive convene with the approval of the President meetings of the Bureau, administer and coordinate various activities of the Bureau, assign duties of employees. Now the BIS Certification Regulation 1988 and the BIS Recruitment to Scientific Cadre Regulation 2002, the BIS Recruitment to Laboratory Technical Post Regulation 2007, the method of recruitment to the said post, scale of pay, age limit, qualification and other matters connected therewith shall be as specified in the schedule, and the direct recruitment of the post is vacancies shall be advertised in the leading newspaper and also on the website of the Bureau, giving candidates possessing the prescribed qualification shall be eligible for the post. In the case of to be filled through competitive examination. Now the BIS Terms and Conditions of Service of Employees Regulation 2007. The posts in the Bureau shall be classified into Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D in accordance with the classification of civil services and posts under central government. So, appointments will be: no person shall be eligible for initial appointment to any post. No person shall be initially appointed to a post by direct recruitment on whole-time basis for a period exceeding 3 months, unless he produces a medical certificate of fitness. Now the BIS Recruitment to Administration, Finance and Other Posts Regulation 2007. The method of recruitment to the post referred to in Regulation 3, scale of pay, age limit, qualifications, and other matters connected therewith shall be specified in the schedule, provided that the maximum age limit for appointment on deputation basis. Provided further that in case of deputation, the period of such deputation shall not ordinarily exceed 3 years. Now moving to the next, BIS main activities. The activities of BIS can be broadly grouped under the following heads: product certification, standards formulation, hallmarking, laboratory services, quality management system, environmental management systems, and HACCP. Now production certification. The product certification scheme of BIS aims to providing third-party guarantee of quality, safety and reliability of products to the customer. Presence of ISI certification mark, known as standard mark, on a product is an assurance of conformity to the specifications. The manufacturer is permitted to self-certify the licensed products after ascertaining to the standard, in order to safeguard the interest of consumer against spurious marking of ISI mark. Penal provision exists in BIS Act 1986 under Section 33, as per which any person who contravenes the provisions of Section 11, Section 12, Section 14, or Section 15 shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend up to 1 year. Product certification scheme. Product certifications are to be obtained voluntarily for some of the products like milk powder, drinking water, LPG cylinders, etc. Certification is mandatory because these products are concerned with health and safety. For foreign manufacturers, all foreign manufacturers of product who intend to export to India are required to obtain a BIS product certification license. Under the provisions of this scheme, foreign manufacturers can seek certification from BIS for making their products with BIS standard mark. Now, standards formulation. BIS formulates Indian standards in line with the national priorities for various sectors that have been grouped under 14 departments like chemical, food and agriculture, civil, electro, technical, electronics and information technology, mechanical engineering, management and systems, water resources, etc. Corresponding to these departments, 14 divisions council exist. Each division council has a number of sectional committees working under it. The standards cover important segments of economy and help the industry in upgrading the quality of their goods and services. Now moving to the next, hallmarking. The BIS hallmarking scheme has been aligned with international criteria on hallmarking. As per this scheme, registration is granted to the jewelers by BIS under hallmarking scheme. Hallmarking is the accurate determination and official recording of the proportionate content of precious metal in precious metal articles. Hallmarks are thus official marks used in many countries as a guarantee of purity or fineness of precious metal articles. Indian Standard IS 15820 2009 General Requirements for Establishment and Operation of Assaying and Hallmarking Centers is the basis for recognition of assaying and hallmarking centers. Laboratory services. BIS has established 8 laboratories in the country, namely Central Laboratory, Shahibabad, Western Regional Office Laboratory, Mumbai, Northern Regional Office Laboratory, Mohali, Eastern Regional Office Laboratory, Calcutta, Southern Regional Office Laboratory, Chennai, Bangalore Branch Office Laboratory, Bangalore, Patna Branch Office Laboratory, Patna, Guwahati Branch Office Laboratory, Guwahati. BIS has also recognized a NABL accredited laboratories and government laboratories to discharge the work related to testing of products for conformity assessment. BIS also has a gold referral assaying laboratory at Chennai for testing of samples. Now, Management System Certification Scheme ISO 9001. ISO 9001 certified organization you will have implemented quality management system requirements for all areas of the business including facilities, people, training, services and equipment. ISO 9001 is the world's most widely recognized quality management system. And ISO 9001 quality management system will help you to continually monitor and manage quality across all operations and outlines ways to achieve as well as benchmark consistent performance and services. Now, Environmental Management System Certification Scheme ISO 14001. ISO 14000 family includes most notably the ISO 14001 standard, which represents the core set of standards used by organizations for designing and implementing an effective environmental management system. ISO 14001 is known as a generic management system standard, meaning that it is relevant to any organization seeking to improve and manage resources more effectively. This includes single site to large multinational companies, high risk companies to low risk service organizations, manufacturing process and the service in industries, including local governments, all industry sectors, including public and private sectors. Is Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Scheme ISO 22000. ISO 22000 is a standards developed by the International Organization for Standardization dealing with food safety. Since food safety hazards can occur at any stage in the food chain, it is essential that adequate control be in place. Communication along the food chain is essential to ensure that all relevant food safety hazards are identified and adequately controlled at each step within the food chain. Now, benefits to the certified firm. The firm with BIS Quality Management System certification license provides clear indication of its capabilities, strong evidence of its commitment to quality, assurance of consistency in quality of product service with timely delivery, reduces the incidence of product failure, in turn improves credibility of the firm, better choice of monitoring of the firm's supplies, puts all operations on a scientific basis. Now, what is the role of BIS in ISO 9000? BIS is the national standards body of India and is a founder member of ISO. BIS represents India in ISO. The technical committee number and its subcommittees of ISO are responsible for the development of ISO 9000 standards. Quality and industry experts from India, including BIS officers nominated by BIS, participate in the meetings of the technical committee, ISO, and subcommittees. Now, Service Quality Management System Certification Scheme IS 15700 is IS 15700 2005 may be implemented by public service organizations to demonstrate their ability to consistently provide effective and efficient services. Public service organizations, including government ministries and departments, regulatory bodies, public utility service provider, etc. For example, government ministries departments, public transport services, public water supply services, public distribution services, insurance companies, etc. Now, here the conclusion. BIS is responsible for the quality check of various products and services across 14 different sectors. The quality certification of these products safeguard people from several health and safety hazards. The product certification scheme is regarded as one of the biggest around the world. BIS certification is fundamental to the use of the mark on their products. Thank you for the watching.